Hi, everyone. Mike White here, and welcome to this week's blog post. Another interesting week, lots of information flying around. Numbers still, at least from the people that I'm working with, are really strong and solid. Purchase activity is, don't have to tell most of you, just zooming right along. People are really excited about buying houses. The number of transactions keeps mounting, but so does some of the frustration of things being what they are. It's a seller's market, and buyers are going to have to be patient and a little more deliberate and have a better plan moving forward. But this week, I really wanted to get into something and something that has been going on, something that we've talked about for a while, and I think was brought to light by the guys over at the National Real Estate Post last week in a video they did that I thought was very powerful, and want to congratulate them on doing, because I had anticipated with their wide following that would have caused some sort of a chain reaction and a lot of conversation on our industry, and I failed to see that has happened. So I wanted to lend my support to the effort and make a commentary. The mortgage and real estate industries are bound by rules, regulations, and laws that govern what they do, and hopefully a code of ethics. And while, there have been a few that have always tried to avoid, circumvent, or disregard the rules, most of the people in the profession or in those professions have paid attention to the rules and were often held in check when they went astray. Local and state and national agencies made sure that chronic violators of certain rules and regulations were held accountable for those things. And I mean, to be honest, up until the mortgage meltdown, I thought that those systems worked fairly well, but the collapse of markets worldwide because of some of the practices that were taking place in the mortgage industry primarily, I think violated a trust that was placed in the people that ran the agencies that were the abusers of the system. And even after the dust has settled on what happened and we can trace back exactly who, what, where, when, and how, very few people were held accountable for the crimes that were committed. Those that were penalized were often penalized at pennies on the dollar. And again, it was a very small percentage of those who were, making the egregious practices that caused this. And let's not even think about that anybody went to prison for any period of time because of what happened. Global markets crashing, and still, with all the evidence, with all the accountability and traceability of the paper trails of what happened, you'd be hard pressed to find a large group of people that were prosecuted under the law and sent to prison for an appreciable period of time to be held out as this is what happens when you do these things. In fact, I think because even movies have been made about the mortgage meltdown, showing exactly what happened and the frustration that many of us have with nobody really being held accountable. It has led to what I see today is now even a larger, more significant set of overt violations, some by major corporations that seem almost to be in bed with those that are supposed to govern them. I mean, companies are out there are openly violating the norms that have been established, and nothing happens. And when I talk about these things, and I talk about how it goes, I think again, the guys over at the National Real Estate Post did a great job documenting things that are almost hard to believe have happened. And if it wasn't for the fact that here it is, and these people live these experiences, and you say, if they're doing these types of things overtly, if they're doing these things in plain sight, in view, and how in the world are we supposed to look at this and not think that the entire system is corrupt? I mean, seriously, when we're looking at real estate and we're looking at things that are happening both on the listing side, the selling side, the non-arm's length transactions of people who are buying and paying for services and referring money back and forth that are blatantly illegal, and things that if any of us did, regular people, we would lose our licenses, be fired from our jobs. And yet this goes on. And if, again, all you have to do is go to the National Real Estate Post and look at the video that they did last Monday, March the 1st, and ask the question yourself, where the hell is the National Association of Realtors? What is it that they actually do other than collect dues from people and pay for lobbyists? Because I'm really wondering why this whole market, we're looking at what's happening with these companies and the control of information, the sale of information, the rules violations that actually take place in day-to-day real estate. And the poor realtors, the real estate agents who go to work every day trying to do the best they can to support themselves and their families and take care of the people. And they're dealing with pressure from companies that many in the real estate community and the mortgage community actually support. They pay money to companies who, in my opinion, sole focus is to either put them all out of business or have them come to work for them for a far less amount of money. So I think it's really important that each and every one of us take a few minutes, go to the nationalrealestatepost.com, pull up last Monday's commentary, their video that they did, and ask yourselves, if somebody in the local market, if real estate company A did what happened to real estate company B, if a major real estate enterprise was performing the way the things that took place on this video took place, would people stand for it? And again, this is a video that got posted last Monday, and we're a week and a half out from there. No major outcry that I'm seeing. No statewide action, no local action, no national action on what's happening. You have to ask yourself, what's going on? Why are we paying companies? Why are we paying agencies? Why are we paying dues to people that have absolutely positively no regard for the people that support them? So I leave it to you. Again, go take a look, form your own opinion. As always, questions and comments. Happy to have them, Mike at imtcoaching.com. Take care. Have yourselves a great week. Bye bye.